ascend, uplift, jump, elevate, raise, glorify, pedestal, honor, elevate.
We gon' elevate and motivate, inspire to be great. Yesterday is yesterday, today is a new day. So if each one can teach one, we can all make a way. Elevate, elevate, elevate and learn. Elevate, elevate, elevate with Vern.
That good energy. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Yo, if you are a business person, if you want to become a business owner, if you know some business owners, share this live out right now. Right now. Share it out right now and tell them to come on and get in here. We have my boy Preston from Instagram. Listen, he is with legacyfirst.org. I am going to bring him up in just a few minutes, but y'all know how we do. We welcome everybody in the chat. Y'all go out there and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on and get in here. We are going to be talking some business, honey, making money moves today. So go grab them and tell them to come in. I know YouTube is a delay on notifications, about 2 or 3 seconds, but while we are waiting, if you like to look in the description box, all of his information can be found in there and pinned all the way to the top. Pinned at the top, baby, is his ebook. Listen, once you finish listening to him talk tonight, you are definitely going to want to go and get it. So I am going to pull up his bio and I want to read this for you guys. And then we're going to get into this, okay? And it's also in the description box. Listen, he is a managing partner of LegacyFirst.org, LLC, a business consultancy working with early stage entrepreneurs growing from startup to the growth stage. Listen, come on now. Their goal is to monetize and scale your business. They help create and develop and implement a strategy around their vision. He is also the co-founder of Moguls Connect. And we're going to talk about that, y'all. Listen, y'all going to want to get into this. It's a community of entrepreneurs dedicated to helping you develop the mogul within. He has this thing called the hot seat. Yo, I've been on there like 3 times, and it is an amazing avenue for you to promote your business. There may be people on there that never heard of you or that you never heard of them. Or maybe something that you do in your business they may need. I mean, there are people that are crocheters. There are people in there that are cooks. People in there that are authors, digital marketers. I mean, it's the gamut. Listen, if you are serious about your business, this is where you need to be. And why am I saying that? Because listen, quote unquote, we're supposed to be in a recession or going into a recession. What did I say earlier on my live? We're going to be in the recession, but it's not going to touch us. Why? Because we're going to have all our SHIT together now. And this is what I'm talking about. You guys got to get over here and give him. Hey, Charlene Hill. What's up, sis? I see you. Hey, coming in. What's up? I see my girl Nepturo in the building. Thank you, Nepturo, for being here. I know you are my moderator. Share this out, guys. Share this out. Hey, Rosalita, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. You are at the Booski compound. So we're going to do some housekeeping before I bring up my guests. First, welcome in. Please greet each other and also connect with each other. You know, I don't mind that you guys connect. Also, please, I'm going to ask you to please take a moment. Hold on, what is that ringing? My phone. Please take a moment and share this live out. Share it out with other people. Share it on your community tab, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you can. Share it out. Tell all those entrepreneurs to come in here and get this info. Listen, you better get it now because once he blow up, Listen, y'all have to pay them coins. Y'all better get it now. Listen, I'm telling you, we are all gonna be worth already. Y'all know I've been saying this, at least 500,000. We go out to eat to dinner, and that bill is $8,000. Everybody in the group in the Booski compound is gonna be able to reach for it. We're not playing no games. We're not playing no games. So what I want to tell you guys is to come on in, get comfortable, get your pen and paper, come on in. We are going to bring up my boy Preston. We're going to interview him. I'm so excited that he said yes. I was very surprised. I thought he was going to be like, nah, I can't, no, like that. But he didn't. And as we got to know each other, we actually have a lot in common, which I'm super stoked to be talking about. And like I said, he has the Moguls Connect. He has the hot seat. And he has a new thing that they just started that I just became a part of. They may have had it a long time through Hop In. And I'm going to have him explain that to you. I was on there, and let me tell you, it was amazing. Y'all know I don't tell y'all no lies. If it was crap, y'all not like, don't go there, y'all. No, it was actually something I think I needed. You know how you need something and you don't know what it is? That is what it was. I met some awesome people in there. Hey, Angelina. Hey, Sissy. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So I am going to bring him up in one moment. I hope he's ready. You ready in the back? I see you, Preston. You ready? Okay, guys. Y'all know how we do this. Drop some fire emojis. Drop some green hearts. Drop all those bombs, fire, everything. Drop them in the chat. Once I see a couple of you guys come in, we are going to bring him up. Thank you, Charlene, for becoming a member. Thank you. Thank you. You know, YouTube is on about 3-second delay. But I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Evolving with Etta, another member in the building. Thank you, sis, for becoming a member. Woo! Thank you. So, guys, get ready. Like, seriously, if you are serious about being a business owner and you're ready to put the games away and get on your grind and make this money where you can make 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 a month. Y'all, you heard me, a month, then you need to be here. We are going to bring up my friend, my newfound friend, my buddy now, because he's from Queens, so he know I love him now, boy. But yes, come on in. Hey, Nubian Treasures. Hey, Sissy. Hey, Big Daddy Beard Gaming. That's my boy right there. What's up, Big Daddy? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Again, we are bringing up my friend. Drop them emojis in the chat. I don't see no fire emojis. I only seen Charlene. Drop them fire emojis. Drop them green hearts. Come on, y'all. I'm ready to get into this now. Drop them dancing ladies. Drop the mic. Drop some champagne. Drop them in the chat. Yes, thank you. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys. Let's get ready to get into this. We are bringing up my friend, Preston, because I don't know his last name, but Preston, that's all you need to know. But he is with Moguls Connect. He is a mogul in my eyes. He is an entrepreneur. He is a businessman. And listen, we're not here to play no games. We're here to get our coins, okay? So you got to change your mind from being an employee to being an entrepreneur. There's a big difference that you have to do in that. And you think you want to leave your job and become a business owner, think you're going to have more time for your family. Well, I got something to tell you. That's not going to be exactly right, because you're going to be putting more work in there. And he just went live, and I want him to touch on that too, about the money aspect of that. Or do you have the tenacity to really stand strong in your business? Are you ready to make this coin? Hey, Bud Files, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Don't drop them undies, though. It's not that type of event. No, don't drop that. Don't drop that. Drop the fire. Yeah. Okay, guys, no more games. Here we go. I'm bringing up my boy, Preston.
What's going on?
We love it here.
You got me fired up.
Yo, Preston, thank you.
So I feel
so much for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You first of all, I got to give you. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you. Oh, good. I was really me nervous for a second. I said, "Oh, don't tell me I got technical difficulties." So I wanted to say thank you for even inviting me to your space. I enjoyed jumping on your lives. You are the future motivation. I could see it. I can't wait to be paying to watch you on stage, just killing it, sitting next to like a Les Brown and Eric Thomas and all of them. I'm waiting for that moment. So, like you said, we all growing together. So I definitely appreciate you, and I love your energy. The vibes is always special around you. And you're my sister from Queens over here. Just found out we from the same town, so that's amazing. Right? We in the same town, from the same town, so that's amazing. So, And
I knew you was in New York, but for some reason I thought you was in Manhattan. And then when we started talking, I was like, "What? Wait a minute!" So I'm excited. Again, thank you for being here. So, guys, again, please share this out. Thumbs it up. Get your pens and papers, because hopefully he can give us a little tips on some business, and we're gonna get into it. What's up, Trini Cherry? That's Butterfly. What's up, Butterfly?
Right.
Thank you for being here. Can't type as much. That's okay, Naptoro. So first, I want to say, I hope you're feeling better. I know you were ill a few days ago.
No way, I had a migraine. It wasn't ill.
Yeah, I know.
We don't claim that.
Migraines ain't no joke.
No, man, I had to turn all the lights off and everything.
I know. So first, we like to get all up in your business, okay? And if it's something you don't want to answer, just say pass. So how we like to start is, tell us about your family dynamics growing up. Was it you, mom, dad, grandma? Was it sister, brother? Like, we like to be nosy first, and then we're gonna get into.
So I grew up in a single family home. It's me and my mother. My baby brother is about 12 years younger than me. So we started off actually staying with my grandmother. So my mother had me young, and what she did was she told my mother, get herself together and whatnot. So she went to school, and she would have me pick me up on the weekends. And so I was living in those early ages. I was living in an area called Farragut Houses. It's a projects in Brooklyn. Yeah, downtown Brooklyn. So that's where my grandmother lived.
I know.
Yeah. So, and I always think of that time, because the age I was, I always like, this is the crazy, just people that think in different spaces, right? That age I was a kid living there. I only lived there for a little moment in my life. I have a family member that's still there, but up down the block is Westinghouse, the high school, and you had Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, Busta Rhymes, all going to that school. At the time I was growing up there, wouldn't even know who they were going to become. Never met them, never had the chance to pass by them at that time. So you just think about that, like you walking around. But just going into that, so I stayed with my mother. She moved, finally got her space, and then she got married, and it didn't work out. But she had my baby brother, who I was able to name him, and it was us. We lived in a studio. It was a different time. So her early ages, she was trying to come up, and we were very close. And we was in a studio apartment. Me and my brother, actually, we slept on a futon together. So his head was on this side, my head was on that side. That's how we started off our life. And but we grew together. So it was really it was an experience that it makes you look back and say, you know what, I came from something, right? I came from something. So. And then I see her grow into her space, and I start growing in my space. So it's just, we kind of grew together, because she was a little bit younger having me. Okay. So, yeah.
So, I totally understand, because I don't know if you heard me speak about this before, but I used to live in Tompkins Projects.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in Queens. Queens is my home. That's where I went to school. Yeah. I went to Jamaica High. Big up Jamaica. But I got married and I moved, and we were PO. And I like to tell people we were PO. I couldn't even afford the other OR. Okay, we was PO. We wasn't poor. We was PO. We had no pot, no window. Okay. Yeah. And then we moved to Brooklyn. We lived in Manhattan, and then we moved to Brooklyn. And a year later, my husband passed. And I had 4 babies. My youngest was 8 months. She actually came to see me today. I told her I'd be talking about her. And Jay-Z lived in Marcy. And I lived in Tompkins. Yeah. And he had a video, Hard Knock Life, and he wanted my kids to be in it. And I said, no. I ain't want my kids to go rap video. I don't want my, But I'm glad I did it, because I felt that at that time, it's not what I wanted. And I was telling people the only difference between Jay-Z and me and you is that he had more of a determination, a tenacity. He went for his goals. And this is what we have to have. We have to have a set mind and our mindset on ready to win. If you're doing business, you have to be all in. And sometimes that means all of the money that you have, your savings or whatever. But if you are determined, you will win. And what I like to say is Chris Gardner, the young man that Will Smith played in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He slept in the train station. He had his kid. All them no's. But that one yes, and now the man worth 80 mil. Yo, one yes. Don't give up on your dream, man.
That's a fact. And he was prepared when the moment hit him, though. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Like, I'm doing it. Yeah. And there's a lot of people in their grave with amazing dreams because they didn't go for it.
That's true.
I want you to tell us a story. And I didn't notice. I'm glad you said it on your live just a few minutes ago about you were living with your grandmother. You were 18 and about the car dealership. I need you guys to understand and listen. No, because that story.
It's termination.
A lot of people don't understand. You're not an overnight success. It takes like 15, 20 years to be an overnight success. Okay.
Right. No,
so you put in the work and you grind it.
Exactly.
That's how you got to where you are now. Why you so well appreciated and loved and respected.
And
so
the experiences.
Tell us about that story.
It's the experiences that make you who you are. They build your character. My grandma used to tell me that, everything that you go through in life, it builds your character. It makes you stronger, it makes you better, it makes you have to adapt. And we come from a world where sometimes we have to be two people. So we coming from a different world, so, but going back to that story, my grandmother, Ethel May Baker, rest in peace. She passed away in 2004. So this is how long ago that story was. And I was, I was 18. So it was before she passed away because I had been with her for a few years. But I moved over there. I moved at the time I was moving to take care of her. I was having some situations and she, she was getting older. She needed help. And I was the youngest at the time. So that could help her. So I moved over there, but I would have had no money and I can't depend on grandma. Don't got no money. Grandma give you $2. She think that's a lot of money. Some money. And at the time she was in Queens and I was always had a relationship between Brooklyn and Queens. I was always back and forth growing up. So this gave me kind of some stability at the time. And but I needed to eat and I needed to do for me. And I was reaching out for the jobs, but you gotta remember back then you didn't really have Indeed and LinkedIn where you can look for work or whatnot.
Yeah. And keep going.
So I was door to door. I was going door to door looking for work, and I went down this area in Northern Boulevard in Queens, north side of Queens, and I just walked down the whole strip, just asking everybody for work. Everybody kept telling me the same thing. We'll be in touch if we need somebody. We'll be in touch if we need somebody. We'll be in touch. And man, I was like every store. So I finally got to this one location called Star Toyota, and Star Toyota is a car dealership. And at the time, it was the largest car dealership, the top selling Star Toyota franchise out of all the franchises in the United States. I didn't know that at the time, but I'm just walking in there, and there's a gentleman. His name was Mark Schwartz. He was the assistant manager at the time. And believe it or not, I didn't get to that part a lot, but he actually hired me and was fired the next day. So actually, I started working with somebody named Rich. So literally, he got fired. So somebody that I thought was gonna hold me down was there, but what happened was I went in there with the same thing, and he gave me that same look that he gave everybody else. We'll be in touch and everything. And I was like, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been walking down this block, everybody telling me the same thing. I was like, I will work for you for free for 2 weeks. If you just give me a reference, I'm gonna go to another dealership and say that I work for you, and you give me a reference because you could say you could give him work. And he looked at me and said, well, we'll be in touch. We'll see what we can do. I go to sleep. It was a Friday night, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. He calls me. I'm like, hello? He's like, this is Mark. Can you come in by 8 a.m.? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we have a sales meeting 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I'm over there. And for 2 weeks, they put me in a room, made me study every car in the dealership. I learned everything. And believe it or not, after I learned everything, the guy that was the general manager, his name was Rich, and I learned a lot from him. He was big in terms of his style of leadership, but he basically was like, all right, now that you know all that, throw all that out because it ain't about all the facts and stuff. You gotta learn how to have a conversation and everything like that. So the first person that I saw, just to tell you that God was in my way. The first person I saw actually went to high school with me. I never met her, But we happened to start talking, and we found out we knew the same people. And I was like, "What high school you went to?" She was like, "Oh, I went to Teller," and I was like, "Oh, I went there too." You know, I went there for a little while. So we knew the same people. So she ended up buying the car right up the floor. So my first car was a sale, and then I ran home, gave it to my grandmother. She was happy. And actually, believe it or not, my first 2 sales were off the showroom floor. So like my first 2 sales were literally like that. So that was the thing, and that just shows me like, you know, that gave me that motivation. Like if you really want something bad enough, if you move, you're going to make it happen. Like it's going to show in your spirit. It's going to show in everything that you do. And it really did at that moment. And I learned my lessons from those moments in my life. I always take those lessons and I apply them to my daily. You know, I go all the way above and beyond. I'm always trying to figure out how to do more, you know, so, you know, we always in competitive spirit, Mamba style, Kobe.
That's right. I want to say welcome in to everyone here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for tapping in.
That's right. If you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe and check out Preston's information in the description box. And I'm going to show you guys in a little while. If you look at the top pin to this live stream is his ebook. Listen, I want you guys to check that out. I'm going to bring it up, but I want you guys to check that out. We're going to get into that. But I have a question for you first.
Yeah.
First question is, how did you decide to invest in yourself?
In what context?
Like what made you say, you know what? I want to be a business owner. I'm tired of working for the man. I want to do this for myself.
I would say, first of all, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I'm born with it, right? So my first experience in entrepreneurship was actually because of my mother. So when I was young, you know, I didn't get no allowance. So what I used to do is my mother would send me to the store and she would say, "This is the list and this is the money." And I'm going to keep the change. She don't know that, but I'm keeping the change because she ain't got no change. But what I did was I had to learn how to shop and everything. So I would get all it, and then I would always have like $4 or $5 and everything. I'm a little kid. So she saw it. So one day she was like, "You know what? Why don't you want to get some money?" I'm like 8 years old, 9 years old. She got this little magazine called Olympics. And I started selling candies and seasonal gifts for the holidays. Every quarter you would sell stuff, and then you get the choice to get toys or money. I would always take the $2 for each thing I sold. And at first I did one building, and she only let me go in the building, and I got all the customers. So then she let me go to the next building, and before I knew it, I was doing like my block was all the buildings, and it got to the point where I couldn't manage it because I didn't know how to run a business at the time. But that inspired me, like I could do something. Like I was having money. She taking my money to help pay the rent sometimes. She'd be like, "I'm late. I'm gonna borrow your money from your piggy bank." But it was good, you know. Like sometimes it was interesting. So as I'm developing, I'm getting older. You know, I'm learning business, and one of my first business investments was going in the car dealership because that's what I knew at the time. I was started off 18, and then I learned everything they were doing. And then my uncle at the time, he wanted to get into business and start a lot. So since I knew some things, we started a lot. You know, he started it ahead of me, but I invested in it and I joined him as a partner in it. And you know, we did that for a little while. And then, you know, the recession came and things happened. And then I got into but from that young age, I always knew that entrepreneurship was going to be the way. I just needed to learn, you know, what direction I wanted to go entrepreneurship. I wasn't too passionate about cars. I just did it because that, you know, when I got the job with the car dealership, it was the only opportunity I had at the time. So I wasn't really passionate about it, you know, so I had to find my passion first. And that's what happened. I just wasn't passionate. And it took me a while to find it, but I landed on it. I think I landed in the right place.
Okay. So what would you say motivates you? What motivates you to say, you know, I got to get up and get on the grind and do this? Did you like have a bad experience at like a job or financial, or what makes you say, you know what? I don't want to be doing this for 40 years to retire and die in the next year.
Well, I definitely don't. I don't want to retire. When I'm 65, I want to retire. I'm 39. I want to retire when I'm 50. That's when I want to like say I don't have to do business no more, right? So that's the vision. But what more inspires me than anything is my mission. So my company, I'm the managing partner of Legacy First LLC, and then we have Moguls Connect community. But when I started Legacy First.org LLC, it was a social entrepreneur company. And the real vision was just some of the things when I learned, because I didn't really get into my backstory of where I developed myself, which was in the finance when I was working on Wall Street. And technically they have so many stats about different demographics and different people. And I found out all of these stats about us. And that drove me. Like, I've always been a community first person. But when I saw that they had a stat at the time, I think it was 2015, where they were like, there's 11 of 330 million Americans. There were 11 million millionaires. Out of those 11 million millionaires, there were only 39,000 African American millionaires. And I was like, man, that's such a small number. And so when I was doing this, like, well, what's the difference between them? And I saw that 88% of self-made millionaires were entrepreneurs. I was like, well, then we got to start helping the entrepreneurs. And there was a gentleman, his name was Bob. He's what they're on this thing called the $1 Million Roundtable. And so he's one of the top 50 people in the industry, in the financial industry. And what happens is, like, as you become good, one thing is, like, I've always been good in the sales position. So as you hit these awards, they allow you to be in these rooms where the top guys are training you, right? So I'm always in a different room. I've been learning LinkedIn. When LinkedIn first came out, I had people from LinkedIn actually come to our company and teach us about how we're going to leverage it. And so he actually was talking about how when he first started, he wasn't making no money. But what he did was he started building the people around him, and his friends became wealthy, and then they started bringing him in the rooms. And then he's like, so he built his ecosystem. Yep. And I was like, you know what? That's what we got to do. That became my mission. It was like, how I'm going to, the mission of social entrepreneurship is to encourage the next generation, because we have to be the influence. Like, it's not just about us. When you become an entrepreneur, it's no longer about you. It's about what you represent. So especially for us, I can't speak for everybody, but for us, it's about what you represent. When the young kids see you and they're looking at you and they see you as an entrepreneur, no matter what level you are, you could be inspiring them, just telling them you're doing your own business. That kid may go home and he may want to do his own business, or she may want to do her own business, but the family's like, nah, don't do that. But they see you doing it, and now that gives them some motivation. You might make $1 million. This kid might be the next billionaire just because you inspired them. You know what I mean?
Come on, that's what I be telling. Man, I know.
Yeah. So that's where we at. We about being an influence for the next generation, showing them that you can do it. And that's why it's the idea of building a community of entrepreneurs, because we want to build it as a movement. So. Yeah.
So you went to school in New York, and when you went to high school, when did you decide to get into, like you said, to the Wall Street thing? How did you get to Wall Street? Did it straight out of school, high school, college? How did you get there?
Well, technically, just so y'all know, I was removed from school. I would say it like that. I was removed from school because I wasn't always this fan-friendly kid. So I went to a couple of high schools, let's just say, and by the time I was like 15 and a half, it was like, listen, yeah, this isn't going in your direction. So I ended up getting my GED. I didn't go to actual college till I was 28 years old. So I went to college later. So when I was in the dealership, I was working, and remember I told you we had the dealership, and what happened since we had a lease on the property, they had to buy us out. So I took that opportunity when they bought us out to go to college. I took those funds and I invested in going to college. So I went straight. I didn't have no time to waste. I had this money, and I was like, I'm gonna go full time until this money drops. And so literally I started like, let's say 2011, and I was graduated in 2013, like literally boom, going on. Like the count hit 0 day after graduation.
Hey, listen, you did it.
Yeah, but and then that's just how it happened. So in terms of school, so then I ended up in finance because I was going to John Jay at the time. So I went to Queensboro.
John Jay College.
Yeah. I went to Queensboro. I was the president of the college.
I went to Queensboro.
And then, so yeah, you went to the same. They got this track that you go through Queensboro to John Jay. Oh wow, yeah, they from Southside too. Yeah, they used to, I think one of them, they family members had a limousine company out here. One of my friends used to work for something like that. But yeah, so I went through there, and then while I was in John Jay, I was working in Madison Square Garden. I was working on 120 Broadway, and I was going to college at the same time. And then I just ran into the guy who became my mentor. He was his name is Chanda, and basically he sold me the dream. He's like, man, he showed me how much money I could make. Like I'd never been around the money that he'd been around. So like when he started showing me, it was just a different ball game. Like he opened my eyes to a whole new world. He was like I was good at 60K. You know, I was like, I'm making 60K. I got 2 jobs. I do all the overtime what I want to do overtime. You know what I'm saying? Like I was good. I was comfortable. And but he gave me the vision, and he inspired back the entrepreneur back in me, because I was kind of ready to settle. And you know, we worked at a company, and then he went and started his own boutique firm. I became a partner there, and we started working on some really big deals. We doing premium finance. If anybody is in the insurance business, we were doing premium finance for doctors with multiple practices with a net worth of between $5 and $15 million. So that was our client base, and it goes back to what I was learning at that time. That's why I said I bounced back out, because those doctors didn't look like me that was in that space. So, and the people that I was trying to work with from our community, they were very risk averse. So they weren't really trying to invest and take chances with their money. So I was like, well, how can I do that? I go back to what Bob had said at the beginning of my career when I first jumped on. And that's what I decided to start helping building new entrepreneurs. Like, you know what, if there's nobody in that space, we need to create the space. And then so I actually told Chanda that this is what I'm going to do. Like in 2019, I'm sitting there telling him I'm going to go start my own company, start my own firm. Is going to be working with, and he supported me. He like, yeah, do what you got to do, and everything. You know, I mean, it was support, but you know, it was like, yeah, but we were both still partners in some cases. But pandemic came, and literally like we had to pivot, and we made some moves, and it was just a great adjustment. That's how I ended up connecting with Armand, and Moguls Connect was founded. So, you know.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to get into that. And then if you guys have questions, I'm going to give you a few minutes to put a green heart and ask your questions. So, Moguls Connect, this is co-owned with you and Armand?
Yeah, me and Armand are partners on it. We connected it in this group that's in our community. He was running a book club, and I had an ebook, my best month ever at the time, and I was promoting the ebook. And I was like, oh, you do marketing? I was like, well, I'm doing a digital conference and everything. So I invited him to speak at the digital conference, and you know, we start talking, and then we start doing a couple of lives together. We start planning an event together, and then we just kept doing it. And it was like, well, you know, how you want to do this? And we was like, well, we'll do it together. So, and that's how we worked it out. And we just, you know, it took a while to balance out like what we do. We both kind of do two different things. He's more of a marketing person. You know, and I try to add that into what we do because of what he does. And, you know, but I'm more of a consultant and things of that nature. So we added it up, and then we had so many people who start following us and start connecting. We start calling it the Moguls Connect community. So, you know, we just relaunching the platform that the community's on the 2nd of August. So everybody could be, you know, and we try to do it low end. I'm a low end guy. I'm Netflix. I want to be the Netflix of entrepreneurship. You know, everybody else could go high. I'm like, I just want to give people the value. I want to help people to be successful in their business. Sometimes people have an idea, they have a vision, but they don't really know how to put a plan down to it. They don't really have, like, how do you lay out this vision? I need clarification. I need clarity. So sometimes you need to give people like, hey, if you do this is going to take you here. You know, the numbers, I can do the numbers. I can do the research. I can really learn about your business, break it down and say, these are the key factors that's going to help you be successful. Now, if you go and implement them, it's on you, you know? So,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I want to let you guys know that they have the Moguls Connect, and on Instagram, they have this thing called the hot seat. I don't know if it was Butterfly or someone, Coach Rocky, somebody invited me, and they were like, "Go!" No, I know who it was. It was a Fly Bohemian. She said,
hey.
Yeah, that's my sister. Yeah. She
Matt,
was like, check these guys out. You need to go there, Vern, because you know, you this, you that, you this. And I was like, you know, I don't like to be connecting to everybody. Now I done connected to everybody. But
that's how it worked, though.
When she told me about that, she kept sending me your lives. And I'm like, why she keep sending me these dang lives? I said, let me go in here. And then I remember one time I came in and you was like, come up. Whoever wants to come up. I was like, I ain't going up. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Went up. Right. And now I done been on like 3-4 times. Now I'm like loving it. but you did something the other day, Thursday. I want you to talk about how did you get from the hot seat to what you're doing now on Hop In with that platform, which was phenomenal. Yeah. I think I shared it out to all 7 of my groups that I am part of, because I have memberships, and it was just like, if you're a business owner, you need to hook in with him. Yeah. You need to hook up with him and Armand. So first, tell us about how did you become up with the hot seat at the Moguls Connect and why, and then go into the new platform that you're on.
Well, the Hop In platform, honestly, that's not new. That was I doing that before we even did the network and hot seat. So Moguls Connect is the name. It's about Moguls connecting, entrepreneurs connecting. It's all about networking, building relationships, strategic partnerships, and finding just ways to earn coin together, right? So when we first started, when I told you our first event was with Hop In, was because I'm in the tech space, and I get a lot of, like, I have a lot of people that are like, this platform is about to drop, you should try it out. So I'll get invited. Like, I got invited to Facebook's better. They have a thing for creators, digital creators. I get invited to Hop In. I get invited to try them out and give my feedback. So I was in a better mode of it, and then so I've been using it since they originally launched the platform. And, they had some kinks, but we've been using it as a form of networking because everybody was during the pandemic. There was no way to meet in person, but this gave you that one-on-one feeling because you got to talk to people one-on-one and build. And we found an interesting way of adding not just the networking, but always providing value and having our group masterminds, just really to get people in there. So that was where that came from. And then the networking hot seat came as we started when Armand and I started first doing our lives together. Man, it was like 2 people on there, 3 people on the live, right? Mm-hmm. So then it was like, 4 people on the live. Then it was 8 people. Then it was 15. Then it was 20. Then sometimes it was 30 and 40, and sometimes it was 15. But we just kept going no matter how many people came on. Then we were like, let's do something to really, highlight the entrepreneurs that's supporting us. So we figured, and then we started bringing people on, and they started promoting their businesses, and it just kind of became a thing. And what it really is too was many entrepreneurs hadn't done lives. Yeah. So they were getting comfortable with doing video, comfortable with doing lives, and just comfortable promoting their business. A lot of times we so scared of what other people think we don't promote. And then when we do it so halfway that we not, but once you, like you said, first time you got up there, you was like this. Now you do 2, 3 times. Then you have, now when people ask you, what do you do? You got you like, listen, I'm on this, and this. Because now you done worked on it. And not only did you work on it, you got to hear other people and you say, you know what? If I do one, I'm going to say it a little bit different because the way they said it, I like the way they said it. So it's kind of us, we kind of building off each other. It's a way for us to kind of feed off each other. It's like, I like the way she said that. Burns, she really came off. I'm gonna add that to what I say. I'm gonna fix mine around that. And then you start seeing people perfect their thing, and then you got people that actually getting sales right off of the live, like people are actually making sales.
Newbie ain't had all those masks. She called me. She was like, "Girl, Preston had me come up, and my phone is ringing. Ding, 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 ding." She was like, "What do I do?" I said, "Congratulations, girl! You got." She was she was like, "Oh my God." She said, "I went up there, and Preston just called me out, and everybody just started buying the mask." She was so excited. I'm excited.
She's such a great person, and I really enjoy her. She's so supportive.
Oh, there she go right there.
Yeah, I just want to support her as well, because she's such a support, and I love what she's doing. She's doing something amazing, and I think even with her business, it's going to evolve into something even more amazing because she's doing things like she's handcrafting, she's doing official design. It's not no print. Awesome. It's not a print up shirt. She knows how to actually really crafting. So she's gonna keep growing, and I just any way I could support another entrepreneur.
That's right. That's right. I want you guys to connect with him on Instagram. It is called legacyfirst.org.
No, legacyfirst.org. Legacy first. The Instagram is legacyfirst.org because you can't use the period. So
legacyfirst.org. In the it's in the description box, guys. Go click over there, and you'll probably see me on the live, and then it'll pop up saying Vern is live here. So definitely connect with him and Armand. And Armand has his own page.
Yeah, Armand the Manifestor.
Okay. Okay. I think I have to connect to his page and go over there. If you have a business, thank you, Charlene. If you have a business, you really, really need to get over there. You never know who may need your mask, who may need your bath bombs, who may need your services of digital marketing, who may need your service of writing a song, doing a banner. Like when I tell you the connections from Coach Rocky, because I was connected to Coach Rocky. She came on my live the other day. I almost fell out the chair. Yeah. It's like, and Panther and Butterfly and all of these amazing women dope. And men. And it's like, yo, I have somebody that's similar to me.
Right.
Now, I want you to tell them about this. This right here is fire, y'all. Okay. The thing you did on Hopin, tell them the name of it, because I always get it confused. And what was your idea of doing that? Because that fire, straight fire.
I was talking about a little earlier, the networking mixer. So we do our mixes. So what we did was, you know, we it allows you to have virtual one-on-one networking. We usually give some kind of marketing or business 30-minute session, and then we have like a group mastermind after. The main piece of it is that you get to network with other entrepreneurs that you could potentially collab with, build with, and you just kind of building out your brand. So that the idea is to make it a little more personal, because you know when you get on the Instagram, it's networking hot seat. It's really you talking to an audience. This doesn't give you the opportunity to talk to somebody one-on-one. So this gives you that one-on-one vibe, and we always provide resources. This one we did, the one that just you went for free. There's usually a cost to it, but this one we gave out because when I launched the Networking with Authority book, it was such a good feedback. A lot of people joined. We got a couple of people that joined into the actual 5-week Network to Profit Challenge. So, you know, we wanted to show support, show the love right back, you know, from the people that have been supporting us. So, it's just
do you think you're going to do it again?
Oh, yeah, we do them every quarter. So we do every
quarter. Y'all need to do it every quarter. Like,
yeah. We were thinking about doing it every once a month, but that what we were exploring. We were exploring it because technically, so people that are paid members of the Mogul Connect community, they get to go to all these events for free. So we usually charge. So it depends on what kind of event it is. If it's just a regular mixer, it could be like 29 to like 40. But if it's like a conference style where we have way more and we have a lot of people pouring in and there's more time on it, then it might be like $100, something like that. So what we did was anybody that's part of the community, they get to go to these things for free. Or if it's like something high end, they might get like a super discount. The community is always going to get first dibs on everything. And so that's just part of what comes with being part of the community.
Well, I tell y'all now, I went and it was free and I would pay for it. It was
that was the first and only time it's been free. So I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm just saying it. But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I can tell my audience, like, yo, it's worth it. Like for real, for real. So you get there and you in the stage and you're talking to Armand and Preston, and you know they do their spiel, they talk, and it's fun. And then you branch out, and as you branch out into these rooms, you can, you know, talk to another entrepreneur one-on-one. But then there was another room that you can go to, and a bunch of you. And then at the end, everybody came into their main. But I can't even say enough. It was freaking phenomenal. Like, yo, like for real. But we love the mastermind. I just was like, wow.
We love the mastermind. So the mastermind idea is more like us sharing our stories as entrepreneurs. You got to hear people tell you what their problems was. Hey, listen, I need help with this. Like you talk about Nubian Treasures handcrafted. Made to follow her if you see her on there. And she was saying, listen, I would love y'all to just like share my stuff sometimes. So now we know, hey, listen, she's not getting shared. Let's make sure we're sharing her stuff. I made sure the next day I shared the first reel I saw was hers, you know, because now we get to hear what people are looking for. Some people say, well, this is what I need. Everybody has a different need at this time. So it's just when we group mastermind like that, it only strengthens us. You know, it makes us stronger. Yeah. You know?
So now I'm going to break off and I'm going to get you guys to put a green heart and ask your questions if you have any. But before we do that, Preston, you talked about it on your live just a few minutes ago. You said, give yourself a goal or a quota or saying, hey, by the end of the year, I want to have $1,000 a month in my business or whatever. Tell the people, like the people that have a business, like what why should they set that goal? Why should they set a quota for their business? What makes that different and unique?
Well, when I was talking about a sense of urgency, but I would
Yes.
say before you even get to a monetary goal of what you want in your business, because a lot of times people are looking at the fact that whether they make money, they don't make money as a sign of success. I don't look at it as a sign of success when you're in the startup stage. When you just started a business like you talk about 15 years to be a success story, right? To be an overnight success story. When you first start a business, you're kind of figuring out yourself, like what you can and can't do, which like you come in there, you have this idea and you're like, you know what, I'm going to start this business. I mean, let's say I make taffy candies, right? And everybody's going to buy my taffy candies. Then you put it online, you post a few posts, nobody buys your taffy candies. And now you got to, so the idea is like, what have you done in that space to grow and develop yourself, to learn how to market your taffy candies and what you need and all that personal development that goes with building up your page and building up this and building up that to have a successfully run business. Then you can start going through the metrics, but you have to develop your messaging and all these things have to be created. Sometimes you have to hire people without on the outside, but if you can't afford, you have to learn these things, right? You have to really study and go. Now, when we talked about the urgency and planning for the future, there was two things I was talking about today. And really today was really about getting people into this winning spirit, into this competitive spirit. And the truth of the matter is, for the next 30 days, if you're in business, you should be planning for the fourth quarter. And and I was talking to the people that may have a job that's working in business on the side and not having that urgency. So I went into the urgency factor saying, like, you have to look at it from the point of like your job's finances that's coming to pay your bill. You can't count that no more. You gotta look at it like don't act like that exists. Don't be comfortable with that. You say this, I want my business to be my main money maker. Yes. And for you to get there, you have to go back to those days. Like that's why I brought up the story about walking down Northern Boulevard trying to find a job. You got to go back to those moments when you hungry, when you're struggling. And even for the people that are struggling, there are people that are struggling that then you got to find a way to, just like you would if you a lot of us will go back to the job idea. But listen, I'm talking to you from my phone. Years ago, we couldn't do that. I couldn't give you a good stream from the phone. I had to get a webcam and all this kind of stuff. I could do this right from my phone. You can run your business right from my phone. I check out my bank account from my phone, my business bank account. I could check all my sales, all of that, all my data, my emails, everything I could do from my phone. If I wanted to be at the beach right now, I could literally be on the phone running my business.
Which you were the other day.
I was yesterday, yeah. But I wasn't running no business and everything. I was just enjoying the moment. But what I'm saying is we have the opportunity now. So sometimes we get too comfortable because everything is so accessible. We have to get back to that hunger stage that, oh, you know what? I need to get there. So now when we talked about having a goal, my goal was saying, like, if you're trying to leave that business, that 9 to 5, and you're trying to make it, then you need to say by 2 years, I need to be here. I need to, if I make $5,000 a month from my job, then I need to be, let's say you say, for me to be comfortable to know that I'm good, I need to be at $7,500 a month for my business. So now you got to grow. Now you can start sizing everything up. But like I said, there's stages to it. There's stages to getting your business to that level. But once you start moving, you gotta move with urgency. Once you start building, you build it, and then you start coming and you let the momentum build on itself. There's so many ways to make this thing happen now. You could do it on social media. You don't even need social media. Sometimes you could do it right straight from your website. You got to learn how to SEO optimize. There's so many different ways to really go about building your business. You could do it going to networking, in-person networking events and connecting and meeting clients. It depends on how you want to run your business. Me personally, I'm not trying to be meeting people all the time, because if social media is if there's $26 trillion was made last year just in e-commerce, that means people that didn't even know the business owner, they just buying from, and they probably do know the business owner, but they're buying products online. And if that's the case, then I want to make my money online. I want to be able to move around and make my money online. I don't want to be subjected to having to be at work, being in the office and everything like that. I see it as an opportunity where I can get some of my time back. That's why I'm building my business too. I want to get time back. I want to be able to do those community events and things of that nature, you know?
So
So
you gotta start thinking like an entrepreneur and stop thinking
yeah,
like an employee. You gotta get out of
word,
that mindset. If you can go
word.
and give a man 8 hours, you can at least put 3 hours of that day
No,
into
give
your own
yourself eight
business.
hours. Just like you gave a man 8 hours, give yourself 8 hours.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta give yourself something, and then you
Word.
wonder why your business, because you're not putting nothing into it. If you don't do the work, you're not gonna have nothing. I
Yeah.
constantly am working on my business. I'm just changing this word, adding this logo, making this green, changing that. I'm always doing something. So I don't know if you know, but you might know. Before I was Elevate with Vern, I was Vern's Junk Closet. That was
Okay.
my name for a
Yeah.
long time, about 4 years. I
Yeah.
just rebranded July 1st. And when I tell you, every day since July 1st, I've been getting blessings after blessing, great connections, people helping me, people doing. Just last night, the young lady I told you, she gave me, I didn't want to say what it was, but she gave me some great information about how to
Yeah.
do something, because I'm going to work on it. And I'm like, she could have been like, no, you got to give me $100 before I could tell you anything. She didn't do that.
Right.
And this is what I'm saying. The connections there at the Moguls Connect, yo, I'm telling you, y'all need to get
Community.
over
That's what
there.
community
Tell
is
them Vern
about.
sent you, get over there.
Yeah. Word. I'm with you.
Now, are you on any other social medias besides Instagram, or is that your main platform?
Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Clubhouse. We on all of them. Now,
Now,
I
is
will
it the
say
same name?
no. I most of it should be calorie by Preston Baker. Like so on
Okay.
YouTube is Moguls Connect. We do have a Moguls Connect Instagram. I had we were going to start running it, but I had lost the password because I lost the phone, and I finally got the password back. So that was good. But yeah, so it's Moguls Connect on there, but everything else is because it goes by your original name is Preston Baker. But on
Okay.
on Facebook and is you know I that's not for, I don't use that for business. I use that because I'm also a basically a political leader in the community. So I run one of the largest Democratic political clubs in New York State. So I just try to keep those separate. I try to keep business and the politics separate from each other. So you never see me talk about politics on my business page. Sometimes I'll show some of the things that we're doing, like community wise, but I never talk about topics because, you know, one thing I learned in business is me and you might differ on political things, and that could cause a rift because of your opinion. You know, like if somebody told you right now, some people told some people they like Trump and you like Biden. Right now, it could cut off, and y'all could have been really good business partners.
Right.
But because of that, it happens. You might have a issue on late LGBTQ rights and stuff like that, and you know, and so it's just like sometimes some political things just stay away from. Keep it business, and you know, keep political stuff. Hey, do you want to see my political opinion? And check the Facebook because I'll be going off.
Now on Clubhouse, what do you do over there? Because I have like 20 invites. I just don't have it. I have a lot of platforms. I don't have Clubhouse yet. So tell me, how does Clubhouse work? Because you just go
Clubhouse
in
is
and
like a
people
TV.
just
It's
talk.
like a radio show. So we actually had Clubhouse going. We slowed down doing the lives to do more Clubhouse rooms, which gave more people space to ask questions, jump on the stage, and everything like that. But we came back to Instagram because that's where we originally built our audience. So we stopped that for a little bit, and we actually going to be relaunching the some of our rooms one by one, and we'll be on both platforms at the same time, and then we'll be having like our YouTube videos coming out once a week. So we're planning on just like expanding our reach. We want to connect with as many people as possible, and you know, a lot of these people on different platforms. There's people that don't even use Instagram, right? That's entrepreneurs. There's people they only on YouTube. There's people that's on Clubhouse all day. They don't never get on Instagram. Right. So we just want to make sure we connecting as many people as possible. Really funneling other entrepreneurs so other entrepreneurs go to meet, because you know, and it got hard because I'll tell you one thing is like when you move the way I move, a lot of times, sometimes if I don't pull people to the room, then and if I'm not there, then the room is not moving. So I'm learning how to get the people to follow everybody, give everybody a follow.
Okay.
But it takes
If you
time.
guys have a question for Preston, put a green heart and ask it. So someone just I want to start a business. I want to be a jewelry maker. What would you tell them to start first? Like seriously, like LLC, DBA. Like, tell me, if they're saying that for the first time to you, what would you tell them and how to start?
I asked them why they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know why, what their vision is. I would tell them to write down their vision, write down their mission, and I'll start from there, because then we can go into, creating a plan, and then, you could do your LLC, you could build it up. Like, you might have a plan to sell your business. Maybe you have a business, you want to sell it in the future. You have to structure it from the beginning so you can sell it. You may want to sell shares, and you need to set it up a corporation. So you need to start off writing down your vision and what you see. And then you can start kind of creating everything from there. Nowadays, I would say, to get into like the tactics of things, we've been helping a lot of entrepreneurs do lately is get away from websites and start building sales pages. We've noticed that it's been a thing, but websites are literally like dead. Like, if you have a website, most likely you're probably losing a lot of business, because people are not going through all your pages to get to know you. So you need to have like a one stream flow of like just hitting people on why this one product is the product, and then you can sell them into your website, your store, and everything like that later. But I think the first thing people have to do now is start focusing on building sales pages, having their one top product that they find is like, this is my product, pull them in on that, and then kind of push everything out from there. You can get people in your email list and kind of start selling, hey guys, I don't know if you checked out our store, something like that. Or you have your cross sales, your up sales from there. But I just find that you get a higher conversion off of sales page. So we try to get people into that space. In terms of like jewelry makers, I'm gonna tell you, I would tell you, like,
no, I was just saying that for a business, throwing it out, like anything they could do, t-shirt owners, anything.
Oh yeah, well, every business is different, so every business is different. Depends on what you want to do. If you're service based, a product based, you're always gonna have different strategies. You got to learn where your target. You got to do your market research. You're gonna have to learn where your target audience is. Who's your target audience? What's their age group? Who do they hang with? What do they do? What's their hobbies and everything? This is how we know how we could target them, right? We want to target them in the spaces where they are, because they're not looking for you. So you want to make sure that when they open their page, they're seeing something about your business in there that's connecting with them, right? That's why, like, if you ever notice that sometimes you say you want to lose weight, and all of a sudden you start seeing all these ads about losing weight, it's all SEO, it's all intentional that it's coming to you that way. So
we got 20 people in the room, 20 deep.
Shout out.
Thank you all for being here. Listen, guys.
Moguls Connect.
Preston Baker of Moguls Connect on Instagram. Is information in the description box. But we're not finished. Listen. Mm-hmm. He has an ebook, baby.
Yeah.
It is pinned to the top. So I want you to tell me.
Make sure y'all get a copy.
You have to tell me all about the ebook. I'm gonna bring it up right now and let them see it. So tell us a little bit.
You got a copy of the ebook?
I'm going to your commercial.
Oh. Don't go to commercial. They gotta see it when they get to the page.
Okay. Well, I pinned it so they can look at it then.
Yeah,
okay.
Go see it. Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So
I got it off your page. The pinned link.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. The networking authority. We're really what we're pushing, because we're having a 5-week challenge coming up, Networking a Profit Challenge. I want everybody to be a part of that, because that's really where we're going to show how to build organically. If you have a business and you're struggling getting organic sales, generating those organic leads, we're going to show you the key strategies coming right out of this book, and even some additional things that you can add in there. We're going to even help people build their sales pages out. We're going to help people set up their automations. We're going to help people create scripts that they can really target their audience with. So this ebook is just like a prelude to what we're doing with this 5-week challenge, which goes into what I'm doing as in consulting and what Armand does in the marketing, but we kind of bring it together. And since this is the beta mode, we bought it at a super discount. So you get everything that you're getting there, and it comes with a free business consult 1 hour. So it gets split into 2 half hours, and it's group sessions weekly. Everything you get in there, you wouldn't like, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe I got that for that. But it's really because we're recording and we're telling the story for the future. But I mean, that what it is now is, trust me, it's gonna be like 4 or 5 times that in the next group. That's why we're limiting the amount of people that could be a part of it. But the Networking with Authority ebook is really about exactly what you see us doing. Like when you came there, people were pushing Preston, right? Somebody told you to come to this space. This is this is attraction marketing right here. This is people are pulling people to our space, right? So we're going to show you how to actually generate these organic leads, and you'll always have new people jumping on those lives, jumping in your comments, and those people are. I'm not one person that looks at it differently, but I think every follower is a lead, is a potential lead. So there's a strategy of how you got to nurture that lead. There's scripts that go with that, and there's starting conversation. So all of that is in the ebook, and it really breaks it down. And then from there, we take it to the 5-week challenge. So I tell everybody, man, y'all want to be a part of that 5-week challenge. It's going to be good. It comes with the book, and then in my ebook, you also get on that page, you also get my first book, My Best Month Ever. That's from the time when I was in finance, and it talks about my best months versus my worst months. So it talks about high productivity and the things I was doing when I was getting those like really high end months, closing in 30K a month here, 30K a month there. And then I would say 1 month to be like 4K. And you'd be like, what the heck did I do different from this month than I did from that month? And it's a whole different, it's a mindset. And what I would do is I would hit a big month, get comfortable. Yes. And then I would go away from all the things that made me successful because I'm like, oh, I just made this big hit, Oh, this month was good. And then I calmed it down instead of being consistent with it and following up on everything that I was doing to be successful. So that's what that talks about. But I'll tell everybody, get that Networking with Authority ebook. It's a great start. It's a great prelude. But once you get it, you can actually, after that, you can get access to the 5-week Network to Profit Challenge. And really, that starts on Sunday. So, and it's 5 weeks straight. We're going to be going through this daily things going on.
Wow.
And we're going to help people build organically on the platforms, find their target audience, how to get to their target audience, and really build in over the next 30 days. And from that 30 days, you should be developing a profit, but we're going to push you to an ad campaign. So we're going to leave you off where you're going to run your first ad campaign to retarget the audience that you've been building over the last 30 days. So it's a whole strategy that we do. It's been good for us. So we're sharing the tool, but we keeping the tool to that little click.
Okay. So tell them about the hot seat. How can they get involved if they would like to promote their business, and how often you do it on Instagram?
Oh, we do it every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So they can just come in, follow me on Instagram, and just when they come there, send a request to come and promote. I always request people to invite people to come up because people be scared. So I'm going to push you anyway. If I haven't seen your name before, I'm asking you to come up, but you don't have to. You can network some people just network in the chats. Some people are not comfortable being on camera. They get anxiety. So some people are introverted, and I understand that. And that's another reason why the Network with Authority ebook. I tell people online right now to generate leads online, you don't have to be extrovert, introvert, none of that. Because if you're introvert, you're not dealing with people personally. So you can literally have a script that you're hitting people with 30 times, and we talking about doing this 30 minutes, right? Like I said, people, all you got to do is at least 30 minutes a day of doing this strategy and watch your thing grow. You're going to build up organic flow. Those are organic leads, and those organic leads, now you return to sales and everything like that. So it's the same way. They come online. If they want to come to the hot seat, they can chat in the chat, or they can just watch the first week, come back the next week. But just come in Saturday night, 9 p.m., hit the notification bell so you know that it's on, because people, Saturday night, sometimes we moving around. So I always tell people when they hit my page, hit the notification bell and turn on all notifications for lives, because it gives you that, like, some notification you got to turn on all so you get it, because it might not give you that one. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then also tell them about the thing you do at 5:30.
Oh, Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Friday is 5:30 to 6. Is we do a live every day outside of the networking hot seat. Every day is 5:30 to 6. And Monday is motivation. Wednesday is marketing. Friday's personal development. Thursday, Tuesday, sometimes we're doing interviews. But we're always trying to provide resources to help you grow your business. So by the time you get to Saturday, your game should have been sharpened up a little bit more, that you can come up, promote, and get your, because now you got, the other week we were talking about automation, setting up automations. The other week before that, we were talking about sales pages. Like, we always talking about something to help you grow your business. And I think that for us, it's always about providing value. Most of the times people that come to connect with us, they just looking for a couple of new resources to help them. Like, sometimes it's just something so small that you can tweak, and then you find it and it hits. Just like you say, you change your name and you saw that the difference. Sometimes it's just a little tweak here, a little tweak there, and then boom, you're moving, you're on and running. So, but you want to build organic flow first. I always tell people to, before you even get any ad campaign, you want to learn from experience. You want to build an organic flow, and so when people come to your page off of ads and things of that nature, when you start getting into that phase of your career, because you want to 10 times everything you do, but you have to have the systems in place, and you want to make sure when they come there, they're not coming and they're seeing like 2 likes on your page, a couple of you want them to see that there's something going on. I always tell people, the people that I work with, I'm like, you want people to see there's a party already going on. When you go to a party and there's nobody in there, you already left the party. Even though this might be the hottest party of the night, but because by the time you got there, nobody was there. You went to another spot.
That's
and
right.
Another spot. So you want when people get there that they come in there and they're like, they see the comments going, they see the conversations, and they seeing this, that, okay, I'm not the only one in there. Okay. And they feel comfortable tagging in your page because people do their research now. It's so many people online doing business that the first thing they do when they see you is now they're going to look up your Instagram page. They're going to look you up on LinkedIn.
Yep.
They want to know you legit. They want to know you for real, what you say you about.
That's right.
So, let that be, make sure your messaging is sound across the board and it represents the same mission and same message everywhere. So when they do look you up, because they're going to go 1, 2, 3, right. And it might take them 6 or 7 times to be touched before they make the sale, but that person is going to maybe a loyal client. We call it custom lifetime value. We talk about it a lot on our page, where you get one person here today. You might look at it. Some people will say, "Oh, charge this person $5,000, get this high end," and I'm like, "You right." Sometimes you charge this person $27, right? You charge it or $10. A product that's $10, but they might buy every one of your products for the next 10 years. But if you scared them away from one large hit, you never see that person again. But you might have gotten them in. Now they've been a part of you, because sometimes people need to just put, when you get in the water, you gotta put your toe in the water first. You don't just jump in the water. You want to put your toe in there. So, it's just different ways to connect with your clients and stuff like that. So,
So again, guys, thank you all for being here. Please connect him. His information is in the description box. If you want to go over to his page on Instagram, check him out. So my last question, again, if you have questions, guys, drop that green heart and your question so I can ask them, is what is your top goal for the end of the year? What do you want to see happen for Moguls Connect?
1,000. My goal is already in that 1,000 members of the Moguls Connect community. We want to build an army of entrepreneurs.
Listen.
Yeah. I'm just already in my head. I write my goal down every day. So yeah, I got a list of them. I write them down every day. I rewrite them.
I believe that. I agree with that too. Yeah. So how could they become a member of the Moguls Connect? What do they have to do?
Oh, they got to message me on Instagram, because the links are going up tomorrow. So just message me on Instagram, send you a message, and then you could connect us and everything like that. Because once it goes up the link, I'll be taking the network with authority down, and I'll put the Moguls Connect up this week. So, we kind of like do it like that. We like to focus one product at a time. So
if they become a member of the Moguls Connect, what do they get?
Oh, they get, first of all, they get priority on everything we do. So even those networking hot seats, you coming first. I'm pulling up Moguls first. But those events that we have, they getting discounted, is discounted, or it's free. Most of the time it's going to be free. So those events that we have that's paid, they get them for free. We amplify. So when you go into the Discord portion of it, there's different things on marketing, on networking. We share information on different grants, and people talk about there's a collab, cool. Everything. Yeah. I mean, there's chat boxes that we're opening up. That's why I said we relaunching it. I just put a post up that we're relaunching it, because we open up different chat boxes where people can start chats. But we're also going to be pushing everything. We're going to be communicating through Telegram as well, which is going to be the daily chats. Where we really where we could drop those jewels. I'd be like, I might have a gem that I drop. I don't drop it online with everybody else, but I'm gonna tell you.
Is that through Facebook, or is that through something personal that you set up?
It's Discord is the main platform.
Oh, the Discord. Okay.
Yeah, but we also, everybody that's a part of that paid community, because there is a free portion of it, but you can't see anything in the free portion. Like all you see is the welcome area. But anybody that's in the paid community will have access to the Telegram. Like there's going to be a link that drops tomorrow, where there'll be daily conversation. So anytime I'm dropping some gems, I might be drop a live on there. I go live on there sometimes. I'm like, I want you guys to do this. Like I'll be talking about setting up automations this week on the community. Actually, like 5 key automations that they'll get. Like I'm not telling that to everybody else, but I'm gonna tell you something that we've been doing that's been building us up, increasing our engagement based on these specific automations. So it's just different things that we could do for your business. So it's just shit, and it's just networking with other entrepreneurs. Like you get to network. We're building a whole community. Like people are collabing with each other. They've been doing it. Now we're just pulling it into one cycle. You know, we're gonna be looking for people to moderate, you know, and stuff as we build it out. So we'll hopefully get people that moderate and things like that. You know, so we're building. But so for now, like
monthly fee.
Yeah, it's $9.99.
It's a monthly fee. Okay.
Yeah, $9.99. Can't even beat that. It was less than Netflix. Yeah. You know, and you get nothing but resource and value.
Livingston has a question. She says, how do you start a commercial page and how do you network with the people that's doing the same thing with you in different what arenas? Maybe that's what she meant.
So, you know, it's interesting she said that because I talk about that in the ebook. But first commercial page, I'm not sure if she's talking about sales page. She may be talking about sales page or website. She's talking about sales page, you think? Because
Bernal, do you mean a sales page?
But in terms of the same thing with as far as the networking with different people. So I talk about that in the ebook, Networking with Authority, but I'm going to break it down the different niches that I always tell people to work in. So there's 3 different niches that's going to really help you develop and find your target client. You have your peer community, you know, your peer network, your industry network, and your niche network. So your peer community is like what Moguls Connect is. It's just a community of entrepreneurs. We're not specific. We're not niche. We're just a bunch of entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs in this specific phase in our career. So you, like you said, there you have people doing this, you have people doing that, you have people doing that. So people can always refer you. They can always set up introductions for people that may be in their space and do what you do.
Said, yes.
Right? Okay. And then when you talk about your industry networkers, which you're talking about is people that may be in the same industry. Maybe you're in the clothing industry. This person does jeans. You do t-shirts. This person does hats and everything like that. There's collaboration. So it talks about how to connect with those different people. And then it talks about the niche network, targeting people in your niche. It's a whole different ballgame than the peer industry because these people are looking for you. The other people, the niche people are not looking for you. You have to go and target them. You have to go and do a little stalking and find out where they're hanging out and stuff like that. So it talks about all of that in there. In terms of dealing with people in your niche network, I would say find opportunities to do collaborations, right? For people that, I mean, in your, not niche, you wouldn't do no collaborations with them. But your industry people, you would like the people that's in your specific industry. I would find opportunities to collaborate where you can cross sell each other's products and services. You know, you might, even if you both sell t-shirts, it's fine. Because listen, if we both get on a live together, just for example, that's one way to collab. We both get on a live together, right? And you sell a t-shirt, I sell a t-shirt. But maybe somebody in my community likes your t-shirt. They're gonna buy. Maybe somebody in your community likes my t-shirt. They're gonna buy.
Right.
So sometimes just sharing. Sometimes we got 5 or 6 people following us, and we want to hog the whole. Listen, trust me, they gonna find a person anyway.
5 or 6 people.
right. But I'm just saying they gonna find the other person anyway. So just be the one to introduce them. You know, be the plug. You know, that's where it comes down to. So the best thing is to find collaboration opportunities. But like I said, a lot of that's in the ebook. And if you go with us through this 5-week network to profit challenge, you get all of it because we're going to help you with the sales page. We're going to help you with the automations. We're going to help you with your emails. We're going to help you with targeting your audience. All of that is going to be a part of this whole journey of 5 weeks. So you created a whole system, and now you should be running on automation now. And that, you know, so it's part of when you buy the ebook, it'll give you information on how to get access to the 5-week challenge.
Listen, y'all, go get it. Check out his Instagram page. Check out his profile. All that info is in there.
Yeah. And you don't need 1 million followers to make sales.
No, nope.
You know, I started my page. I had to start over my page last year, November. Page got Instagram shut down one of my pages. Had to start over, and I started over the page. All the pages, everybody that's following my page is in my target audience. And I make sales. That page has only got, I think it's like 2,000, 2,300 followers, maybe.
What did you have before they shut it down?
I had 7,000.
Why they shut it down?
I don't know. I got hacked and I couldn't. They asked me to send a picture. I sent a picture with numbers. I was looking like a prisoner. I had to. They was like, send a picture with this code, and I'm over here like I just got out the pen, and I'm over here. I sent it like 10 times. I sent it different ways, took it different times. They never responded back to me.
And then they shut it down.
Never responded back to me, so I couldn't get access to it. And he said, "Oh, you got 60 days." So I had to start it over. It was fine, because at the end of the day, I built from scratch, so it was fine. And that's what my point is. My point of the matter is, you don't need.
Yeah.
You could have 500 people and you can make sales all day, and then somebody can have 1 million people and make no sales because they just don't know what they're doing. So it's really about what are you doing with your target audience.
Yeah.
So
because there are some, for people like me with the t-shirts and the motivational speaker, I may have a budget. I'm just saying, I might have a budget of $1,200, but the person that want to hire me can't afford that. And I may work something out, but we may still not be able to come to a conclusion. So there's a chance that I could lose, someone that wants me to speak because my price is too high, whatever the case was, right? But in my t-shirt business, I may not make no sales. But then one day I have 30 and I'm like, yo. So I always tell people, keep going for it. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't give up, because you never know who is out there with, that want, like you said, that wants your t-shirt. You never know.
Yeah. And now I would tell people, start looking for digital products to sell. That's going to be, this is the future now. And the future is right now. And as we go towards the recession, you don't want to be stuck dependent on a product or service that might not be able to reach. Like right now, for example, a lot of people get their drop shipping. They're doing drop shipping. Yeah. A lot of those products are coming from China. We don't know what the situation is going to be. So I'd rather have a product where I'm not dependent on that. I'm going to get this wholesale to go to this distributor to get to here, to get to the, I want to, so, not to say that all your products have to be that way, but just have some digital products that you can provide. Maybe you can teach a course. Maybe you have an ebook. A lot of those things that you can have that you can, and you could put on a sales page and you can give people information and really find that low end product, because you might have a high end product, but have a low end product. Look for that low end product that pulls people in the door so you can get them on your email list. There's a lot of things we're going to talk. If they come in that,
yes.
If they come in that 5-week challenge, that network to profit challenge, we're gonna have a lot of plans of how to really, generate. I mean, in our 30 days, the first 30 days, organically, we had 3,200 hits on the page, and that's organically. So we had more people, more page hits than people. So that shows you that we doing something right. There's testimonials on the page. They could check it out. People that have been there. Some people still owe me.
You guys,
Nubian got the book. She was at the master class. She knows she owe me a testimonial. Tell her she owe me a testimonial.
Who?
Nubian Treasures handcrafted.
Nubian.
Tell her she still owe me my testimonial. You know what I mean? She was in the master class. It was quite a lot of people in the master class. So
yeah, it was. I'm telling you, man, I enjoyed so much. First of all, I didn't know what to expect because I was thinking it was like a Zoom. But then when we branched out from the stage and then we went to the other rooms, I was like, I like this, even though we got to meet for like what, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Right? It was like 6 minutes. And then we
you
went
always
again.
extend it too.
One girl, we went 3 times. I was like, we gotta keep talking. Angie. Yeah, we're gonna do a collab.
See, that's what Moguls Connect is all about, right there. What you just happened. That's what that's about.
Yes, Nubian said, yes, I'm going to shoot. Yes, get him, Nubian. Listen, anybody
I appreciate
starting a business or want to start a business or want some questions, make sure you go check out Moguls Connect. Y'all know I don't boost a lot of people, but listen. I appreciate that. Fire. I love it.
Yeah. I just want to do one thing because I see Newbie on here. I want to tell everybody, make sure there's a call to action on every post that you have. It don't have to be a hard call. It could be a soft call, hard call, medium. It don't have to always be a sales call, but just make sure that every post you have has a call to action. Whether it's, especially if it's video, make sure it's in the video, but also make sure it's in the copyright as well. So just wanted to tell, because I know a lot of people scared to ask.
What would you say? To what would you say it would be? Like buy my t-shirts, go to my website? Like, what would you say they should
Oh yeah,
do?
I mean, you could have an offer for a sale, but it also could be a call to action. Could be something simple as, don't forget to check if you like what you see here, check out some of my other content, and then make a follow. That's what I say. I always tell people, check out the other content, because instead of just asking for the follow, I want you to see that I'm the person for you. If you and you know, so me personally, I always talk to the target. So if you look at some of my postings, I'll say, if you're an entrepreneur, check out some of my content. If you like what you see, make a follow. Let's connect and network. So that's that's my call to action. So it's kind of like, I'm telling you, if you're not an entrepreneur, I don't want you on the page, because that's the only person I'm talking to. I'm talking to new entrepreneurs. If you see me, every post starts of entrepreneurs. If you're not an entrepreneur, it's okay. Some people say, I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I'm fine with that. This is not the page for you, because it's all I'm talking about. I'm only talking about business.
That's what I tell myself. Look, don't come here if you don't want to hear about God, because usually everything I do, I might be talking about this, that, but God's going to be in there, because he's the head of my life, and it's like I can't do nothing without him. So, I understand everybody's not a Christian, but if you come here, you're going to hear it.
Right.
One way or another.
Yeah.
But
that's just like, it don't always have to be a sale, and sometimes sometimes you want to make sure it's a sale. So, but you just gotta work on your copyright. And the one thing about writing is just keep doing it. And it doesn't have to be really long. It could be short to the point. I always tell people, just talk to people the way you talk. Like, write it the way you talk. If you talk like this, then talk like that in the message. Like, I jump on a live, I'm like, entrepreneurs, what's going? Same way you go and see it when you read it. You're gonna feel me there in the writing, just like you saw me in the video.
It.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I agree. So, does anyone have any more questions before we end? We got about another 5 minutes.
What time is it? I don't know. Checking the time.
Do you guys have any questions? Like, listen, now is the time, in my opinion, and maybe Preston, to become an entrepreneur, to start something of your own, whether you want to leave a legacy or not. Yesterday, I did a live stream with Oliver, who is an accountant, and Jay's Beauty, who's a boutique owner, and we talked about building wealth and leaving wealth to your family, leaving a legacy, and it was phenomenal. So for this, now if you want to start that business, you have somebody to exactly go to the Moguls Connect, check him out. They do a gamut of things, him and Armand. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is where you want to connect.
I appreciate it. I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you for this opportunity. And you know what? And speaking of generational wealth, there's so many. A lot of people don't. I would say don't build a business with your kids in mind without getting your kids involved.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
That's what we said yesterday.
Word. I just want people, because I see people like all building about business. I said, where your kids at there? If it's for the kids, like, make them involved. Like, get them involved early. Let them learn the business.
Yes.
And when they take it over, they take it over. So.
Well, I say make it for you.
You gotta train them on business.
Yeah, I said make it for you. Give them the knowledge of business, because we're not taught that in school. But give them that, because God forbid, when the person passes on, they're gonna take that business and sell it because they want the coin. They don't even care about the business.
They might not even sell it. They might just lose it.
Yeah, they wind up selling it.
Yeah. No, sometimes they don't even sell it. They just go bad and they fold the business up, and they don't even think to sell it because they don't know what to do. Yep. So you're right.
Because they didn't know and have the knowledge prior hand to this is what you do. And that's what we were talking about yesterday. I'm telling you, if you can get a chance to go back and watch it. It was really, really good, because, we, brown and black people, we need to know these things. And you're getting this information from people. Some of the stuff is free. Imagine if you paid. If he gave you this stuff for free, imagine if you paid. Like, you have to understand. Sometimes you won't have to pay for stuff. Sometimes you get stuff for free. But when you
gotta invest in yourself.
You value it.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself, though.
Sure
we don't do crazy high end, but we gotta invest in it, and it's the time. You put in, like, people look at their time, and we put in a lot of work to learn what we learn, and we test things. We make all the mistakes so you don't have to. That's how I say it. Because if you see my page, sometimes I throw these people like, what the heck is he doing? It's just seeing how things work and strategizing and testing, being innovative and trying to be different. That's just us. We always try to copy those trends. But I did dance today. They asked me to dance. I did a dance. Y'all gonna laugh at me. Go see that reel.
You got it up?
Yeah, they tried to get me to dance and for like a couple of months, so I finally did it. I did.
We gotta go see that.
I did
we gotta go see that.
A little dance.
Hey, Pray and Praise. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So at this time, guys, I'm just gonna just let you know one more time. Please go connect with Preston Baker of Moguls Connect on Instagram. You can find him. The link is in the description box under Legacy First Org, right? Legacy First Org.
Legacy First Org.
And then go check out all his other great stuff he has, his ebook, the thing that's coming out tomorrow. Turn that notification bell on all so you can get all that great information. Again, I want to say, you guys, thank you for being here. Preston, hold on one moment. I'm just going to put you down for a little minute. Hold on. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. You know how we do when we get ready to close out. Today is a good day to have a great day. Never stop dreaming and go out there and pay it forward. Be kind to someone else. Guys, merch is on sale tomorrow, starting March 2nd. And it's also Angelina's birthday. Big shout out. Happy birthday, Angelina, in case I don't see you tomorrow. But the merch goes on sale 20%. Go get your merch. Go get your t-shirts. I'm going to play this song, and then we're going to be out of here. You know, guys, go out there, and I'm going to tell you again, spread love and spread light. Hold on, y'all, one moment.
Elevate, elevate, elevate with fire. Heighten, rise, voice, promote, upgrade. Elevate, lift, transcend, uplift, jump, elevate, raise, glorify, pedestal, honor, elevate.
We gon' elevate and motivate, inspire to be great. Yesterday is yesterday, today is a new day. So if each one can teach one, we can all make a way. Elevate, elevate, elevate and learn. Elevate, elevate, elevate with Vern.
All right, y'all. Y'all go out there. Love and light. I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing night. Bye, everybody.